All right, Bonus Land.
Ding, ding, ding.
Welcome to Bonus Land, Richard.
How'd you feel about the episode?
Great episode.
Top
Honestly,
third?
top third script, top third performance by both of us. It was funny. We felt good. I enjoyed it very much.
All right.
It was a great episode. I love a nice script.
Yeah.
Sometimes I come in and I have like the clips ready, but I don't have enough points on it.
Yeah.
This week I felt like we made all the points we needed to make, and we did it strong too.
For sure.
It was one and done.
I also like a good non-traditional episode where we're putting weird stuff in Cringe of the Week and we're putting weirder stuff in Urban Decay that kind of isn't typical because we don't want to get too formulaic. You know, you can only have so many pronoun conversations. So we're going to get into some weird cringe, some different Urban Decay that you might not think of as traditional.
These are the teachers, you know.
Come on.
Lesbian.
Hey, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
you know, just
exactly.
like trash reactions.
Exactly. We have a holiday merch run coming up. So obviously we have the action figures, the Dan Crenshaw Rhino action figure. We have the Hillary Clinton receptacle van. We're going to have two more. One's going to be Joe Biden, the president, and everything's going to look normal, but the person in the suit is a clown. And then the other one's a dog-faced pony soldier, which is funny. It's like a dog-face pony body in like a military outfit.
Smart.
Which is great. We also have another thing, which is breaking news here on the Bonus Land part of the podcast. We are going to do another merch run that's going to be puzzles.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that.
So we have basically the guy who does the action figures, who's the man. He also, I was like, dude, it might sound random. Do you know how to make puzzles? And he's like, weird you ask. I used to make puzzles in high school. Basically, we can make a puzzle of anything we want, like a 500-piece like jigsaw puzzle. And we're going to pick like funny, weird stuff. I think Joe Biden's cabinet, like who's in Joe Biden's cabinet, as if it's like who's in Joe Biden's closet, who's in Joe Biden's cabinet. And it's going to be like all those freaks, the guy with the nails, the
Admiral Levine,
the guy
with the nails, Cooper,
Cooper, Mulvaney, Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh yeah,
we have all of them like in a thing, on a picture, on a puzzle. I think that's really fun. We'll do some other Joe Biden being a Muppet stuff. Some cool iconic stuff.
Do you know how that works? Do you know how they manufacture it? Is there like a big cutter?
I think it's a big cutter. Yeah. So
and it's all like in puzzle form and it comes down once on a piece of cardboard?
I think it prints on a piece of cardboard and then a cutter comes and puzzles it.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. And I think as long as like you have like a moving background, like a background that's not like white. So it's not like white piece into a white piece. You need some sort of background. You can make the puzzle. So we'll probably Photoshop all those people in his cabinet. Like
onto Photoshop puzzle, but like hilarious.
It's going to be great. So if you guys have any ideas of like iconic images, maybe Joe Biden that time when Joe Biden's finger was in his mouth, that could be a good picture. Stuff like that I think would be very good. If you guys have any ideas for what would make a good puzzle that would be hilarious and people would buy as a bit, let us know. It could get used. Next, what do we got? We're trying not to be blackpilled from the election.
Yeah, I you know, if there was some sort of situation where it was 48 senators Republican and like we lost the House too, I'd be very blackpilled right now.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of people comment on posts these days, your votes don't matter, votes don't count. And it's like, yeah, sometimes that's true.
Then you get the Fed posts that are like, when are we actually going to do something?
Yeah.
Tell me when and I'll go. It's like, relax, buddy.
They're waiting to
They're
get
watching
you on something.
my DMs. Yeah, so like everyone gets blackpilled. And you kind of should get blackpilled a little bit because that red wave feeling going into the election, like that was real. We should have had it based on energy and ideas, and we lose. Maybe not lose, but like we lose when we should have won because we don't have the infrastructure and people collecting all the pieces of paper as good as we should.
Yeah,
which is frustrating. And people are trying to turn it on to like Trump, like oh Trump's done, the Trump influence is over. The whole MAGA movement started from Trump, so everyone's like trying to move on to DeSantis. It's like DeSantis wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Trump.
Yeah.
So I don't think Trump's done yet. I think the goal of the Democrats and the Rhino Republicans that kind of let this race get away is for people to think that Trump's insignificant. His him saying to vote for someone doesn't mean anything. His endorsement doesn't mean anything. But it's not. It's just a matter of collecting the votes.
Yeah.
And having big cities that collect the votes.
And you can't forget the GOP and Mitch McConnell types and Kevin McCarthy. And, you know, when they're trying to decide who gets the money that's being raised in D.C., which candidates is it going to? I read something about how there was like $9 million and it was either going to be going to Blake Masters or Lisa Murkowski. Lisa Murkowski, the rhino who's been like a holdout senator vote on every major issue, right? That Muppet who's basically like half of a Democrat. So $9 million instead of going to Blake Masters in Arizona, which would be great to win, it went to Lisa Murkowski in Alaska, who is still losing to another Republican. It's weird. It's like an at-large thing, so a Republican can run against a Republican. Lisa Murkowski got the money, is taking the L, and Blake Masters is fighting for his life out here. So, thanks, Mitch McConnell. Appreciate it.
And that's the problem. The rhinos, Republicans, that's what we're up against. Democrats have it a little bit easier. They're all on one team.
They're unified.
They're unified, exactly. And they have like the whole scam down of collecting all the votes. We don't, and we're up against the Democrats, which is not easy, but then even making it even harder, we're up against our own side. So it's like, that's why this whole process is like a generational thing. It has to be gutted over time. It's not a one election and all of our problems are solved.
Yeah, some of these cities have had a Democrat voting machine in there for 100 years. Chicago was doing whatever they wanted with Richard Daley back in 1945 or 60s or something. Like these machines are well built and well oiled, and they know how to get a spike of votes at the end of the night.
And they know how to turn it on and off. So it's like, oh, a red wave's coming. Oh, can we just steal the whole thing? No. All right, we'll go boop, boop, boop. We'll go here, money here, and turn it up.
Strategic steal instead of,
All right, we can't steal it, but we will get Pennsylvania this time. And once we have Pennsylvania, the next Pennsylvania will be easier.
Georgia, that'll be Georgia. And then eventually 2026 or whatever, it's over.
Yeah. So it really does come down to the cities. That's what the Democrats, not secret plan, it's just their plan. You just build these cities up. The cities are not like productive. They don't do anything good, and they need to be sustained by a big government if you create a city like that. So anything over like 4 or 5 million people, now you're into like election winning zone for the whole state.
Yeah.
So
and that's what happens in Illinois. That's what happens in New York to an extent, the 49
New York,
counties.
Illinois, California.
If you look at an Illinois counties breakdown, it's like the same exact thing as New York. Chicago's just driving the bus.
Exactly. And California used to be red, remember back in the day?
Yep.
And it's like since then we've had 20 million illegal immigrants brought in. It's like, do you think that helps?
Nope.
Whole demographics change. So that's that. We're not black-pilled, and we're also not letting politics steal our lives away.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, at least for me, and I think a lot of people agree with this, especially on like the right-wing content creator side, it's like if you focus on this like it's a mission, which it is, great, but if you let it steal your life, that's actually bad.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're going to be like, all right, I'm not going to live my life and be normal until we get this sorted out and the Republicans are back and all the rhinos are gone and the Democrats and communists are on the run, they're going to steal your whole life and all your energy.
They're going to steal an entire decade of your life.
And then, exactly. And then when the golden era does come and everything feels good, you're not going to have anything to enjoy it with because you've like put everything into getting to that point. So you're not going to have kids or a family or whatever, or land or a house. So we have to kind of be careful about that. We can't let politics being out of hand stop us from living our lives. We have to keep it 100 and keep doing things that we like to do. Obviously, we've talked about how I don't leave the house that much. That's going to change now that we have the mini bikes.
Yeah. Hey,
that's a big difference.
That's a great compromise, guys. Bonus Land, everyone here has been...
Tons of comments. Most comments we've ever gotten on a Bonus Land was everyone talking about how I need to leave the house and get hobbies, or I agree with you, stay in the house.
Yeah.
So we got a hobby now.
We got something, and we're going to have fun, and I'm extremely excited for this weekend. After the podcast release, riding off into the sunset on the hogs, going wherever we want.
On the run from the cops.
We're going to catcall people. We're going to...
keep an eye on the bikes.
Yeah, keep an eye on the bikes. All right, you go in, you grab the smoothies. I'll keep an eye on the bikes.
Get me a bagel with egg salad. Yeah. So that's exciting stuff. The bikes really upped it for us.
It's really fun.
And I store it in my house, in my apartment.
And this is one of those things that me and Fleckus had a very similar childhood on, where no stunties.
No stunties.
You guys have heard no stunties. Don't do a motor, or don't skateboard, no rollerblading, through ramps at least, blah, blah, blah. We also both were never allowed motorized or electric vehicles throughout our childhood. I had friends who had the scooter that went basically 35 miles an hour. Is the coolest thing ever. I begged my parents.
The GoPed, Mosquito Bigfoot.
Exactly. The big wood skateboard with that
Like a
tape
lawnmower
on it.
engine, basically.
Yes. Pull it out. I begged my parents for something cool like that. And it obviously never came. They didn't want me getting hurt. But now this is kind of like tickling a part of my brain, these motorcycles where it's like, I'm a child again.
Yeah. We all had the one friend who did have the motorbikes.
Exactly.
And that was like the most fun house to hang out with. Sleepovers, you drive them. That was super fun.
And he might not have been your best friend, but he did have that scooter.
Yeah. I remember I always wanted a GoPed, same thing, the motorized gasoline powered. I remember my parents one year got me one for Christmas, but it was electric. And the difference between like motorized with gas and electric was so big. And we lived on a hill. So like I remember the first time I drove it, I was like fat too as a kid, believe it or not. So
What?
yeah.
I thought this was an adult onset.
No.
Okay.
It's actually, I've always kind of been this size ratio wise.
That's shocking.
Just grabbed the top right corner and dragged it out.
Yeah.
So then I got an electric one, and I remember I was kind of like probably an asshole to my parents, where it's like, this isn't even the right one, like it doesn't even go fast. So I'm sorry about that to my parents if you're watching.
But
that was shitty. Like it was a great gift. It was probably expensive. I should have been more grateful, and I was like a piece of shit kid for a little bit.
But hey, I'm kind of with you. I'm on the kids' side still.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, you're grateful for your parents. Your parents are great, and they did all this stuff for you. But I wanted a specific experience, Mom and Dad. I wanted a specific experience, and you stole from me. You
The electric one couldn't go up the hill, and it couldn't go on grass, so I was kind of stuck.
Yeah.
But
And they probably bought it like knowing that for sure, and then knowing that its max speed was 11 miles an hour compared to the gas one, and
like 40.
They were just like, all right, we'll try to satiate him, but it didn't work out.
But it was the smart thing. You shouldn't have one. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I could have gotten hit by a car, and now I'm a little smarter, and we're gonna whip around on these.
Now we're ready for our own.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was funny too, because like I've been trying to find it. I've been going in these loops of trying to get these mini bikes, and I'll check like Facebook Marketplace and I'll lowball offer whoever's around. It's like, oh, it's $700. And I was like, all right, 400, but you need to deliver it. Just see if I could like get someone one day. And then I looked online and I found this place that was like we're in the Bywater, New Orleans. It's not like a high end city by any means. So it's like we found this place literally like 3 blocks away, like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
And we just bought it on the spot. And they're like, "Yep, you're good to go." And I just, I'm like, "Are you sure?" Like if it was in New York and you bought it, it'd be like, "You need to put it on a trailer. You need to have this little mini license plate. You need to sign this thing and taking ownership and blah blah blah." And
You need to promise you're not going to ride it on the streets.
You can't ride in the street. And this guy was like, "Yeah, you're good." And I was like, "All right." And I just drove off into like traffic.
He like jumped over a curb and was like, all right, I'll meet you at home.
And I just drove like into traffic and like a 4-lane road, like driving home. So you can kind of do whatever you want here, which is very exciting. We love it. We're going to be exploring the neighborhood, getting food, going to cool restaurants on the bikes.
Getting nice views, like go along the Mississippi River on a trail and then take a look at the ships going by. It's going to be a good experience.
And if we have to have a thing. If cops come, I think we run. Cops can't chase.
I'm not running from a cop who has their lights on and is intending to pull me over, but I'm skedaddling if it looks like a cop is taking interest, I'm skedaddling. I'm not fleeing the police. I will skedaddle. I'm not going to run from the police. But me and you, if the cops flip on their lights, we're going to have that Paul Walker thing where cops are going to have to choose one of us and the other one gets away free.
And then when they pull you over, are you going to say like, "Oh, it's me and my friend"?
No, I never knew that guy. Who was that? We were laughing. We had similar bikes. Mine's blue, his was red. And I'll just lie to
I'm just riding by myself.
I'll lie to the police.
And then they're not going to take it, right? They might give a ticket, but they're not going to take the bike, and because that's what I don't want. Oh, yeah, stay here. Then like some truck comes.
Walk it home, or something. I don't.
We'll
think
say we'll walk it home.
they're not impounding.
We'll have an excuse. We'll say, "Hey, we're actually going on a trip. We're going up to the gas station. We're going to fill this thing up, and then we're going back home. We're not messing around the neighborhood driving these things. That'd be crazy.
We wouldn't do that. That'd be crazy.
Crazy. All right, let's get into some good stuff. We have some good clips for Bonus Land. Before we get into our clips, Richard Rapoy and I have been getting ads for Tulsa King.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an Amazon movie or a show. Sylvester Stallone's in it. And Sylvester Stallone obviously has had so much like Botox and face work done.
Yeah,
And
plastic
it's
surgery
it's
probably,
absurd.
and
he's like stuck, right?
he's got this salt and pepper hair and beard that's like perfectly manicured and stuff.
And he's like taking GH, so his guts are gigantic, so he's just like, and his face is stuck.
Yeah, he's got a certain look. Let's just call it that. He's got a certain look.
Yeah, but now he's in this show. I'm assuming playing some like Tulsa rancher. Like,
No. It's a mobster who moves from like New York. I got run out of New York. I'm gonna set up down in Tulsa.
yeah,
And
I'm
it's
a
like,
rancher now.
hey, I'm a rancher.
I'm a rancher.
Give me an F-150 and a dog, and I'm happy.
He's got like $3,000 boots on. I'm a rancher. You can't move my face.
So yeah, we were just laughing at Sylvester Stallone being a totally not believable like character actor these days, because it's just like, yo, that's Sylvester Stallone. Like,
Yeah.
look at that face. Like, what'd you do? Did you have work done? Like, are you from LA? Like,
Exactly. You're from LA. You basically have to only play yourself.
yeah, you have to play yourself or LA types, you know?
Yeah.
So we were having a big laugh
I'm
at
a
that.
rancher now.
Hey, I run this town. And it's like his face. It's like, sir, did your face move?
Yeah, your lips are huge.
And it's funny because we like Sylvester Stallone. He's like a member of at Mar-a-Lago and stuff.
Yeah, we like him. We're not mad.
But we have to still clown on that because,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I run this city. I run Tulsa. It's like, sir, I haven't seen your eyebrow. I haven't seen you blink.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Let's get into some good clips. The Lettuce concert ticket one is pretty funny.
Yeah, the Lettuce Boys.
These guys get into a festival with free
Hello,
bags
good evening.
of lettuce.
Yeah, we have to refill the lettuces at Bob's Burger Bar. Yeah, I'm from back office.
Yeah. Bro, we are in.
Now they're in.
Let's give the world free lettuce.
I'm so hungry. Thank you.
Stay healthy, yeah?
That's so good.
They're wearing bucket hats and like a button-up shirt, like
Yeah.
a rave shirt. Like, we're the lettuce guys.
You
Dressed-
should have had a Bob's Burger outfit or whatever.
Yeah.
Bob's Burger Bar. That was so good. I
Yeah.
love that kind of heist. And where you just go to someone's face and you're like, I'm gonna pull one over on you if you let me.
Me too. I love that. It hurts nobody. You kind of steal a little bit, but it doesn't really count.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the story or bonus land the story about how I got into the Oscars when I first moved to LA?
No, I've never even heard the story personally.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, when I first moved to LA, I had this like thought that I could like heist and sneak my way into popularity and fame by just like sneaking in and meeting the right person and making him laugh and then meet me in my office tomorrow morning. So that was like my plan. I always thought I was going to meet someone at a bar or at an event and then just like win them over or whatever. And then at the time I was dating a girl who was very nice and she was kind of on that similar wave of like a hustler trying to like sneak in and like, oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
So the Oscars are in town in LA. We had a friend who worked at like NBC or CBS or something. And they were like, well, the pickup for the event, basically everyone who's going meets at a parking garage. And then they all get on these executive VIP buses. And then they drive into the thing and get dropped off all at once because it avoids the clutter or whatever.
Yeah.
So we found out where the parking garage was. I rented a tuxedo. My girlfriend at the time had a beautiful dress on. Like we looked 10 out of 10, like we're going to the Oscars. And we went to the booth. We found all the tents there and all like the tables. It was like Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, everything, WB. And we saw the Fox table was empty. They had already left. The bus already left. So when the bus was coming to pick up everyone else, we're like, hey, we're supposed to go with Fox, but Fox already left. Like, can we just ride with you guys? And they're like, yeah, no problem. We get in the VIP bus, get taken through the main entrance of the Oscars. We're like passing security because the bus is like a professional bus for people who are going.
Yeah.
We get off the bus into the line and we're like, all right, we're in. But then we realized they started scanning, like at the time, the QR code. It's like a barcode.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh shit, we're stuck. And then my girlfriend at the time, she saw the person in front of her standing like this with the barcode ready to scan. Like we're like 10 people back.
She took a picture.
She went over the shoulder, took a picture, got it on my phone, airdropped it to me. We just zoomed into the barcode, scanned, got in.
No.
Yeah.
What did you do? Where did you get
It was
in?
like the Beverly Hills Hotel or maybe the Beverly Hilton Hotel.
Was this an after party or the Oscars?
This was the Oscars.
And so where did you go?
So we got in, and basically once you're in, then there's other sections where it's like VIP this, NBC that, Fox this, the show this show, that show. So we didn't have any more. Like we couldn't get to the next level of like getting to the seats. So all we could do was go to the hotel bar, which was there, which had everyone there who was like in between. Lady Gaga was there.
So you saw Lady Gaga?
I was right next to her. She walked right by me.
Really?
So we were like in like the main entrance where everyone was walking like to their seats, showing another ticket, which we couldn't do because it would have been the same ticket as the other person.
Yep.
And then everyone else is kind of free for all roaming, or you go to like a secret VIP party like upstairs or whatever. We couldn't get into those either. So we just went to the hotel bar, saw Lady Gaga, saw a couple other people. It was pretty cool.
That's great. That's a great story. That's a nice heist.
We heisted, and
Yeah.
the commitment was
The taking a picture of someone else's QR code is that's the chef's kiss.
I couldn't have done that. Like I was just like, all right, we're screwed.
Yeah, they got
We're
us.
going to say we don't have it, and she was like, hold on, did it, which is crazy. And then basically it was just like, yeah, we're in tuxedos. Like, what do you think we're just like?
You think we did this just for nothing?
We're here for work. Like we're part of the show. Like, do you think we're fucking around? Like, I'm wearing a tuxedo. You think I'm not supposed to be here? Which was like so sociopath and fun. I love doing that.
Oh, that's a great
similar
story.
to that lettuce concert trick.
Absolutely.
What else we have clips wise?
We got parents versus kids football.
Yeah, let's let that one rip.
I should have made it to uplifting gold.
Yeah.
So kids got a little greedy or thought they were tough, and the parents had to humble them really quick. We did
Yeah.
the 8 and under football team calls out their parents. Big Mama pushes him down. Juked. All the moms are juking.
Damn, they're juking these kids.
Then
You need a
tap-
helmet though. You can like break your head.
No, they don't. These kids are 8.
That's good
Stiff
stuff.
armed him. Mom stiff armed him to the ground.
It's like even though you're a little boy, mom still got the strength to just torque you over the backside.
Shouldn't these kids? Shouldn't
That's
these kids
good.
know this is like a wake up moment? Like, man, maybe we're not really doing anything. Like, mom just stiff armed me into the ground. I saw a different version of this video where a dad hurdled a kid. He did a little jump over, so we must have not gotten
Love
that version.
that. And then there's the mom comes out to the kids.
Yeah, this is a good old fashioned cringe.
Damien, I have something to tell you, and it's really important and serious.
Vocal fry.
For real this time. Are
Damien.
you listening?
Are you listening?
Okay. Your mom is gay.
Lesbian?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't sound surprised.
Well, I'm not. I'm fine with it.
Well,
It's normal.
I know it's normal. I just thought you might be a little bit surprised. Because, I had you back and dated dad. I married dad.
Yeah. I don't know. It
What?
happens sometimes.
Okay, well, it happened to your mom, so now I'm gay.
Okay.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It's normal.
It's normal. It's everything. You already indoctrinated them.
Yeah.
And then now you're telling them.
And you're doing it for TikTok now, and you already have them. Oh yeah, I already know that's normal, and blah blah blah.
It's normal. Having sex with the same gender and not procreating is normal.
Yeah.
And so what was that? Were you just confused when you were with dad, or are you confused now? Because one of the times you were confused.
Maybe if dad comes back, he could help you be less confused.
Yeah.
If you listen to him.
Well, it's like, were you lying then or were you lying now? And if you're a liar, then I don't really know if I can believe you on anything. You
Yeah.
know, like the flip floppers, it's like what? You hit 30. You hit 30 and your kid was 6 and now you're a lesbian.
Yeah.
I think you're acting out. I think you're acting out. So.
Exactly. Well, another bonus land in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. You already are. We greatly appreciate it. We hope you like bonus land. It's a little more of a casual place to hang out.
Shoot from the hip, it's not as serious. We're just kind of hanging out. And you know what? We should take some bonus land requests almost. Like if you want to know a part of Fleckus's life, or if you want to know more about XYZ, and it's a funny topic that wouldn't necessarily fit, we're open to it. So.
Yeah. And if you guys do any schizo autist research and know topics really good and you think we should highlight certain things that you can kind of do all the work for and then just give to us to read.
Bump set spike. We spike it.
Well,
you
we-
bump and set.
You bump and set, we will spike. Thank you guys for watching. We love you. We'll see you at the next one.